Hey you guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to be talking about Law 10 out of the 48 Laws of Power. And by the way, this is a book written by Robert Greene, for those of you who are a little bit lost right now. I started this series over a year ago, and I've been going through different laws that's talked about in the book and relating it to topics that we talk about on this channel, which is narcissistic abuse and toxic relationships. We talk about all types of psychology. At this point there is over 650 videos, but we're relating this primarily to narcissistic abuse. All right, so in this video we're going to talk about Law 10, which talks about avoiding unhappy and unlucky people. So this is for my empaths. Are you an empath? Because this is probably right up your alley right here, and you need to listen to this. You need to listen. All right, so let's read what Robert Greene had to say about this first. All right. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. You can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are as infectious as diseases. You may feel you are helping the drowning man, but you are only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will also draw it onto you. Okay, now that's a mouthful right there. That little paragraph is a mouthful, and we can certainly relate this to narcissistic abuse. All right, so here you go, stumbling to this narcissist who's unhappy in life, that has a trail of devastation and horror. And here you are, this empath, wanting to rescue, wanting to save. And then if you're an empath out of your toxicity or shadow side, your unhealthy empath, now you're ready to be the sacrificial lamb. You're ready to overextend yourself. You're ready to take on your problems. And this person hasn't been able to resolve them before they met you. And they've over and over and over repeated these cycles and failed on their face. And then other people around them are getting hit with that energy. I've said this in other videos. Narcissists have a dark cloud around them. And if you get close to them, guess what? You're underneath the cloud. So you're going to get hit with some of that energy. Do you ever feel like, you know what, when that narcissist came into my life, things started falling apart for me. And when I left, things started falling in place for me. It's not a coincidence. They have a very negative, dark energy that travels with them, and people that come in their circumference, especially those, the primary source, the people up close with them, they're getting hit with that energy too. No matter how prayed up you are, some of it is bound to trickle into your life, and that's what you don't want. And this is what law number 10 is stressing. You may think you're helping the drowning man, but you're only precipitating your own disaster. How many people can relate to that? You tried to help the narcissist and it ended up hurting you in some form or fashion. You end up taking losses, okay? And then you start feeling like you're drowning along with them because their energy vampires sucking from you and not putting anything positive back. How do you know? And this people that are complaining all the time, these are what we call the negative Nancies. They always see the cup half empty. Like, how you wake up in the morning negative? Like, what the hell? God's giving you a fresh new day and you're still waking up with something to complain about. They're always speaking negative onto their life, and then they'll be doing it for you too. They'll always find something negative that's going to happen. They always jump into the worst case scenario. Like, these are called the vulnerable narcissists. They're the ones that are like most susceptible to this. And it's pretty sickening. And if you're a very positive person, and you should be put off by it. You should be very put off by that. Like, gosh, like this person is just so negative. Like, you got to distance yourself or break away from that energy. And you'll start seeing it like a domino effect. The more they penetrate your life, the more things start happening to you, and then you get a front row seat of them always, stuff is always happening to them. Like, gosh, can you ever catch a break? Is it always something waiting around a corner for you? Like, why does everything fall apart in your life? What the hell did you do last lifetime or this lifetime? Like, what in the world is on you? Like, it's like a curse or a hex or something, but that cloud is around them for perpetual behaviors and mindsets and perceptions. And they try to speak that over you. You got to rebuke it and you got to move away from that fast, real fast, because you're going to start feeling some effects. All right. So you don't want these disasters. And let's see, what's the last part? The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune. So yeah, one thing and then another negative thing, and then they're like vibrating down there, and then they're just expecting the worst all the time. And something's wrong. Something's wrong with a person that's always expecting the worst all the time. You know, like they're going through their life. If every relationship has been horrible for you, if nothing has ever gone right for you, I got to question something about that situation. If something is not right, something is certainly unhealthy and out of balance, and the common denominator is them. All right, and if you don't want to join the club, and you know, God doesn't want them to be a part of your blessings. He doesn't want them to be a part of that. So He's going to hold that back from you until you release that energy. And then as soon as you do, all this goodness start flowing into your life. All right. So you need to avoid the unhappy and unlucky. They're party poopers. You can't go anywhere with them. They can't go a day without talking about what happened to them 10, 15, 20 years ago. Hell, last month. Like, when do we shake it off? When do we move forward? When do we get a positive outlook? When do we take our lessons and leave the rest? Like, when? Or do we just stay in this negative perpetual mindset? And this is with the unlucky and unhappy. You know, they've lost hope. They've had so many negative experiences and they've attached to that personally. And now it's just become a part of their essence. And you don't want it to become a part of yours. So like the plague, you need to avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. Because let's look at the opposite, the lucky and the happy. Why wouldn't you want to be around that energy? Because they're expecting greatness. They're expecting a miracle. They're expecting blessings. They're going to be speaking it on their life and they're going to be speaking it on your life. That is positive energy that you can work with. And it's only common sense, right? Like, who wants to be with a person that's just always negative as fuck all the time? Like, the hell? Go get some help for that. You can get some help for that. But a lot of times that is their comfort zone. They don't want to get help. It's rewarding and satisfying to them. It's because they get to point the finger. It's always the external environment. It's always someone else didn't support them enough. They'll go back to their parents never loved them enough. But honey, child, please, you're in your 40s, 30s, 50s, 60s. Okay, when do you take the baton? When do you go ahead and say, you know what? I'm standing in my strength. I'm standing in my power. I don't care what happened yesterday. I don't care what happened in my childhood. I'm going to heal from those things. I'm going to take my lessons and I'm going to overcome it. It's not going to devastate my life. My life is not destined for no doom and no gloom. Okay? When do you get to that? They need help. They need help, but they have to want to get that. All right? If you're one of those people that's turning into a negative Nancy, getting pessimistic, you need some help with that, I do offer it, you guys. So I do offer that one-on-one coaching for that. You can go to my website, lakiacrawford.com, and schedule your appointment. If you want a session time that is not there, because I've dealt with people in all different time zones and countries, 10 hours ahead, like all types of stuff, you guys. So I'm very flexible and I can work with you if you're having issues with this. Okay. If you've attached yourself, you don't know how to get out of it. All right. And then some. I'm just a general life coach to begin with. All right. So I'm going to add this law 10 in the playlist, you guys, of the 48 laws of power. And you can go check out the other videos that we've already talked about, because there's great information you can take on your journey. And the other book that we've done is The Art of War. In case you're interested in checking that out, there's a playlist for that as well. All right, guys. So if this video resonated with you, hit that like button. All right. Feel free to subscribe, you guys. Over 650 videos to help you on your journey. All right. Check the description below for everything that I have going on, the support groups, the books, the Teespring merch, the merchandise on my website, all the great things that I have going on, guys. The Patreon to be a monthly supporter of the work that I do. Thank you for all of you that do pay it forward with me. All right. If you've gotten much from this channel, pay it forward. Give back. All right. It's only going to come back to you tenfold. That's the secret. That's the secret. All right, you guys. Thank you for watching. And what do I say at the end of all my videos? Never give up on yourself. Keep doing the work. And until next time, please take care.